So, students, welcome back to yet again another video. How to grow your shoulders. Now, starting off right, your shoulders are some of the most important muscles in your body. Now, I've said it a lot, but these are actually very important. And because when you try to get your body in a nice position, having bigger shoulders are going to help accentuate that more V-shaped body. Having broader shoulders is considered good genetics because you notice that your body being in a V shape, having a wider top or wider frame is going to make you look more attractive and aesthetic. You can already see that by me rounding out the shoulders on this figure, that it looks more aesthetic, it looks more appealing. Now, this is just one of the many muscles, but it is very important. How you grow your shoulders. And I will say we will only be using calisthenics in this video. How to grow your shoulders with just calisthenics. You may think that's impossible because a lot of people grow their shoulders with overhead pushes and presses, things like that. We're not going to use any of that. We're going to simply be sticking with pike push-ups. And pike push-ups are the answer to how you grow your shoulders. Again, you want to do this to get a wider V-shaped frame, as well as if you're having trouble sort of with your waist looking thinner, having a wider top is going to make your waist look small. So, starting off with pike push-ups. Now, pike push-ups are the bread and butter in growing your shoulders because the motion that you're doing it is, of course, going to accentuate your shoulders. But it's specifically because you're going in a downward position. And you see this very commonly where the calisthenics equivalent of a incline bench press is the decline push-up. So you're pushing yourself in that position. In the same way, for calisthenics, instead of an overhead press, it is a pike press. So a pike push-up, you notice the motion that you're doing is going to be the same as if you were raising weights, but you'll be using your own body weight. And this, of course, can be done anywhere. This is one of the essential ones. Now, for beginners, starting off, when doing pike push-ups, they should be done, your body needs to be in a completely straight angle. Not a complete right angle, but you want it more of an acute angle like this. Imagine this is your head, your hands are pushing here, and your feet are right here. You're going down and up like that. Instead of going forward and backward, make sure you're going in a down and up position. Now, it is on a bit of a diagonal, but instead of going forward and backward, again, if you can imagine the motion when you're down there, you should be pushing your hands up and away from your head and forehead in that motion to really target your shoulders. Just because they're a push-up, they're not really in the push-up family, I will say. So pike push-ups are going to do that. Now, for starting off position, you want to start off in a bent over position and sort of walk your hands outward. Remember, keeping them flat. Your hands, you actually want to turn inward a bit, slightly about 45 degrees, and hold it right there. This should, again, create two acute triangles. This should create two acute angles with your hands, and that's where your head's going to be going, in the middle of your two hands. You go down and up, pressing. It's a bit of an awkward position, I know, but you're going to get used to it over time. Starting there, you're down in the position bent over. Make sure your feet are put together and on your tippy toes. Your feet should be touching each other directly, your legs completely together, and you want to put yourself on your tippy toes and slowly walk your tippy toes forward towards your hands as much as you can, and then stop. You're in the perfect position to do your pike push-up. Make sure you take your time going down and up and actually go all the way down. Your forehead should be almost touching the floor before you go back up and complete one rep. Now, that is the base movement of the pike push-up. The advancement is handstand push-ups, but those are too difficult. So there's two routes we can go. We could either go, instead of just doing handstand push-ups, we could actually practice with wall handstand push-ups. So they're going to be wall assisted. And if you're having trouble kicking up, then you can go watch my handstand video where I explain how you get to kick up in the handstand position. But if that is also too much for you, again, you can start by facing the wall and sort of walking your feet backwards up. So that is one route of doing it, where you practice doing wall-assisted handstand push-ups. And those actually are going to target your shoulders. Just make sure that you are staying against the wall and be careful not to fall over when you do it. The second route we could take is box pike push-ups. So, pike push-ups, again, are done in a more acute angle. And if you notice, we are slowly progressing to being in a complete 180 degrees position. But before we get there, box pike push-ups are very good because they put your body in a 90-degree angle, where now you're going directly down and up. So what you want to do is find a surface so that your body can be in a 90-degree position. You don't want it too high or too low. Again, this increasing the size of the angle that is in between your stomach and top thighs is going to actually build your shoulder strength. Now this is also a good way, which is, this sort of parallels being good at core compression, to where you slowly want to close that angle. Whereas with pike push-ups, you want to increase the angle more and more. So you're using your legs less as an assist to when you finally can do handstand push-ups just on your own in a complete 180 degree angle. So you're going directly up and down. Make sure you're going all the way down, because it can be very easy to sort of cheat on some of these reps. Your arms fully extended for one complete rep. And also, as for hand positioning, when you're doing any elevated push-up, whether it be decline or box handstand push-ups, what you want to do is avoid letting your hands go too forward above your head. Again, remember, you want them directly in front of your eyesight. So your head, the top of your head, right here, is going down in between the hands when you go down for one complete rep. And that is what's going to get you the most gains. The farther back your hands are, the more you're hitting your shoulders. It's the same way with actually doing decline push-ups. It's a great way to get those in. So we've gone over, these are going to really grow your shoulders and make you just sort of look overall more aesthetic. Having a wider top frame is going to really accentuate that V-line look. And it's also very common in the aesthetic physique, which I talk about in my video course. By the way, I am releasing a video course soon, at the end of January. It is going to be the athletic lifestyle, teaching you everything you need to know to take you from complete novice to becoming an athlete and living the best lifestyle possible. If you guys are interested in something like that, let me know in the comments, because I am going to be releasing it for a reduced price at the very first. That is going to go up as time goes on. But keep in mind, it is going to be releasing at the end of January. The athletic lifestyle, as well as a book to go along with the course. So if you're interested, then let me know, and I will get a hold of you. I guess this is the end of the video. I usually don't plug my socials, but you guys should follow me on TikTok, where there are a lot more workouts there, and Instagram for more lifestyle content. So again, this is how to grow your shoulders using just calisthenics. Get a more wider frame. Most people are missing this in their physiques. You see a lot of people, you don't want to end up looking flat and blocky like a Lego person. You want to look very aesthetic. So grow your shoulders to look more aesthetic, and also more muscular from the side and from the front. Now stay flashy.